so the time has come. It's a we got Mark in the car as well. Here wave so yeah, he's in here. I don't have my extra wide lens, but it's a cool 1 million degrees out, so it's time to go back and hit Mingo, hit the public freaking pool. Now there's well, I wouldn't say there's not like a bad history of Mingo. I'd get a little nervous sometimes because the water slides that are there, if there was like a big ass dude and he really ripped it, where he like swung off the kind of the starter bar and he was like just launched, the dude's body's literally halfway out at the top of the slide. I could have sworn they're always going to fly out, but no, this is my daily commute, or I guess more like our daily commute when we were younger. We'd end up biking, what, maybe 2 miles ish. Yeah, just to for diving practice, like 11 every summer, or actually more like 10 or 9ish, and then just freaking rip quadruple reverse gainers. But cardio already done, so now this is kind of this is extra cardio. So I'm not I'm not so particular if anybody says it's like, oh dude, Sam, I play soccer, do I still need to do my regular cardio? Sam, I do this. If you have a pretty active day, then you might be good, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't have to always be 30 minutes seated bike, right? If you go play ball after your workout and you're actually breaking a sweat and you're doing it for like 30 minutes, that counts too, you know? So if sitting on a seated bike isn't your style, maybe change it up. I mean, the amount of cardio you can actually do, maybe not infinite, but there's certainly a pretty big freaking number. I'm talking just classic run, high intensity kind of interval sort of stuff, laps. I've never been a lap swimming guy, but you know, I guess you could, right? Is that the secret? Should that be the cardio prep for the Arnold? When I go back next year, should I start doing 30 minutes of laps instead of on the seated bike? The main reason I probably wouldn't want to do that was just because I wouldn't be able to play on my phone. Like the cardio, I like the distracting aspect of it, where, you know, it's not 30 minutes on the seated bike, it's really 30 minutes playing Clash, right? And I've been on a little bit of a run. Usually when I play, I'm like mindless, kind of, and if I start losing, I'll just close the app because I'm like, I don't, whatever. But I was actually locking in, so now I'm at like 8250. That's my trophy count now. I was about to post the story, so this is only for anybody who knows about Clash, but I basically hit a crazy play on this dude, and I was gonna like post his username on the Instagram and like show the clip. He threw Goblin Barrel and Rocket at the same time, and I had a monk reflect it, and I hit both of them at once. It was freaking nuts. But either way, let's go kind of frolic about, and then afterward, I definitely want to get some ice cream. That's a real finisher on top of any kind of summer outing. But let's just jump in there. Yeah, what'd I tell you? Come on, you don't forget how to do this shit. Alright, that was our flip for the... I mean, I don't know about you, but that was my flip for the freaking year. Ooh, it's not exactly my forte anymore, but it is cool to make sure you still got it. So we just finished eating what I would probably describe as about 70 grams of carbs, 60. He got a small, and then I got a large orange vanilla twist. That's kind of the thing to get if you're ever stopping at Dairy Depot, in my opinion. And you know, I mean, I don't see it as much now, you know, because there's kind of an understanding of the power of you know, the calorie, where it's like if you're eating too much food, obviously you're gonna gain weight, and if you're not eating enough, you're gonna lose weight. So whether you're doing like keto or fasting or Atkins or anything, like every gimmicky diet can typically, not even typically, it can all be boiled down to calories in calories out, right? So less food, less body fat. So my thing that I used to do, especially in the summertime, this is pre-working out, was I was a decent, no, not, I wouldn't say decent, that's the right word, but I was reasonably interested in Pokemon Go. So I had the phone mount on my bike and everything. So I'd end up just freaking zipping around. I don't know how, like, net in a day, probably like 20 or something miles. And I'm just going up and down kind of streets, sides, whatever, checking everything out, playing at the same time, really just kind of, or like listening to like a podcast or like a show. But that was kind of, that was my cardio activity pre-lifting. And yeah, guess what? It worked, right? Even no calorie tracking whatsoever, just from like, zipping around and burning energy. Whoa, what a surprise. This guy isn't, packing on a crazy amount of body fat. So I like to kind of boil it down to the actual important details, where it's like, okay, this is someone who really wants to make substantial changes to their build and, this which way or the other. But, don't forget, we all know the answers, right? We all already know the way, and we don't have to be told, right? Work out hard, break a sweat, don't eat too much trash, get your protein in, and repeat. That's pretty much the system, and guys will kind of overcomplicate it to the point of, sounding flashy, like, like, oh, I know what I'm talking about because I can say it in 3 different ways. But, don't forget, go hard, refuel in a good way, and you're pretty much solid, right? Take it as far as you want to go in terms of just how much particulars you want to get into, calories, weight, checking your scale every morning, things like that. But at the end of the day, I think we can all agree, right? Hard pumps, a reasonable amount of, like, usually animal-based proteins or whatever. I'm not saying you're not going to be able to get away with like a tofu kind of diet, but that's not what I would prefer for sure. And then just go hard and keep going, right? Enjoy the fun of it. But this is just a little bit of a quicker one to get me back on our regular kind of scheduled sort of content. And by content, I mean lifts. Those are the real points. So later tonight, I've got some arms. I'm not sure if I want to really kill it with buys or if they're still a little tender from doing back. I guess we'll just see. But either way, I can guarantee my triceps are going to be pumped up to maybe not kingdom come, but a few steps short, if not there. But yeah, a little bit of a quicker one. I'll see you tomorrow.